Ciao, buongiorno, welcome everyone. I think it is evening or late afternoon for many of you in the United States, but it is nice and early, around 9 o'clock in the morning here in Melbourne, Australia. A little bit of a grim day here today. So I'm absolutely thrilled to be talking to you today about beautiful Capri, the magical island that's off the Amalfi Coast and in the Tyrrhenian Sea. And, I know a lot of you really want to go there on a day trip. So what I wanted to do today was really help you understand how to plan the most of your trip there, whether you're going for one day or ideally you're staying a few nights. So, look, Capri is one of those places that just captures everyone's imagination. So, what I'm going to do is really jump right in and we will. I've got a few photos and things that I want to share with you, and we'll get started. So, welcome everyone, and I can't wait to share with you beautiful Capri today. So, what I wanted to tell you today was the top 5 ways that we can explore Capri. And Capri, like I said, look at that photo. It's so, so beautiful. It is one of the most stunning places in the world. And of course, everyone wants to go there. Of course, of course. But, that because everyone wants to go there, it comes with a few little challenges. So, what we're going to do is take you through those top 5 ways to explore Capri. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, maybe I don't want to go. Well, let me tell you, it's going to be busy. This is one of the best days of my life. Really, it really was. And look, I just absolutely loved, loved, loved Capri. And we only went for the day last time, and you can see some photos there. It's me and my family, and some photos that I took on the day, just absolutely stunning. And we went in April, I think it was 2017. That was the second time I've been there. But look, it was beautiful. It's stunning. It was this time of year. In fact, I think, it's going to come up on my Facebook feed soon, and I'm just going to be going, I loved it. But yeah, it was one of the best days of my life. So I really want you to have an amazing time in Capri too. All right. So how can we do that? I think the first thing that we've got to explain to you is that Capri is a really small island. It really is. And it's one of those places where, you know, there's only a few people that live there. There's only 14,000 residents that live on Capri. Well, and that's not very many. But in peak season, 30,000. So they could double the amount of people on the island a day. And of those people, only maybe 10% stay overnight. So you can imagine it's a day tripping frenzy on Capri because, it's quite easy to do from Sorrento or the Amalfi Coast. And so when you've got that many people and you've a small place with very, very limited ways to get around, then you really need to plan your time appropriately. Okay, so first I wanted to explain to you how to have a pretty average day on Capri. Okay, so once you get over there, what happens is you'll get into Marina Grande, which is the main port there, and there'll be, people wanting to take you on tours. There is a big boat tour. I don't recommend that, and I'll explain a little bit further why. The other thing, because like this big boat can't, it goes very fast around the island, and it will go in, like, I think it's in under an hour. And what it does is it sort of tries to get everyone up close to see, the various grottos and sites, but you can't really see. So what ends up happening is you've literally got like 40 people hanging off the side of the boat trying to get their photos, which it didn't look like fun to me. Anyway, so the other thing that people do is they really want to focus on the Blue Grotto. Now, this is really important. The Blue Grotto is not always open, and it's depending on the tides and the weather and all of this stuff. So if you focus on the Blue Grotto, then the potential to be a little bit disappointed is high because for starters as well, there's only some small boats and you have to pay a separate tour to get in there, and it can only handle a certain amount of people. So you'd be standing in a line for a very long time, especially in peak season. And you're going to miss out on everything else. So there are other grottos in Capri, lots and lots of other grottos. And so, maybe just have a think about how you want to approach your day, because if you do focus on the Blue Grotto, you're going to miss out on a lot of things. The other mistake that people make is they follow the crowd to Capri town. So when you get off the boat at Marina Grande, there's a funicular that takes you right up to Capri town, where you can wander around, go to the beautiful Piazzetta, and get a drink there, and walk up to the Gardens of Augustus and have admire the amazing views. So when the thing is, how many people did I say? 30,000 people. That's 30, most of those 30,000 people are jam-packed going up this funicular and going into this one area of the island. And so it's pretty packed, and especially in July and August. So if you don't have a plan and you don't have any bookings at restaurants, etc., then you're going to be wandering around trying to find something, and it might not be the best outcome that you want. So anyway, that's how to have an average time, but I don't really want to focus on that. I really want to focus on how to have an amazing time on Capri, no matter how much time that you have. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. The first tip is to take a very small boat tour, the smallest you can. It's this is a once in a lifetime for many of us opportunity. So, if you're going to splurge on something in Italy, remember I did tell you it was one of the best days of my life. This is it. So you can see this little boat is taking a little trip into one of the grottos, because as I mentioned, there's several around the island, and it can sort of dip into little coves. You can stop, you can jump and get off, and have a little swim and just enjoy the beautiful nature, because in fact nature is really what you're there to see when you're in Capri. This stunning scenery, look at that sea. It's just a beautiful color of sea and the rock formations. It's just a glorious place. So if you take a small boat tour, it's going to take a little while to get around the island as well, but you have so many better opportunities to sit and enjoy that nature. Plus, there's an amazing experience where you can go flying through the Fariglione rocks, which is like a rock formation with a hole in the middle, and you can, if you kiss your loved one, then it says you're going to have true love forever. And so I was very lucky because my small son gave me a little kiss when we did that. So I'm very happy about that. And yeah, so look, it's a beautiful, take the small boat, because the big boat can't get into those little grottos and see what you can see. So the way that you can do that is if you get to Marina Grande in Capri, you can organise a local skipper there, and obviously they live on the island, they know it the best. So they're the best people to take. But you can also get a smaller group tour from Positano or Sorrento. And so, I would just say go as private as possible, go as local as possible, and you'll have the most amazing time. So that's my number one tip. Number two tip is go for a hike for the views, and just get up high and see these stunning views of the island and all of the beautiful rock formations and cliffs and all of that stuff. So the way to do that is what you do is you go to Isle of Capri, which is the main town of the island, and it's where a lot of the locals live. And from there you can get the chairlift up to Monte Solaro, which is a really tall mountain of the island, and then you can walk down through the valley. And that's just one hike. There's several hikes that you can do. So another popular hike is the Sentiero di Fortini and the Pizzolungo. And so these are very famous hikes, and there's, we can give you some links about those hikes too. And some of them are more challenging than others. But what you can do is when you do that is you can just soak up this beautiful atmosphere. People have been coming to Capri for centuries just to see these beautiful views. It's just stunning, isn't it? So the other thing that I like to do, and this is something very special, is we have some friends that live on the island, and they used to run a very famous restaurant there called Michelangelo Capri, and they make gourmet picnics. And so what they can do is organize for you a picnic to be delivered or picked up, and you can go for a hike and have some of the most delicious caprese cuisine that you can imagine as you go for your hike. And they will also point out where you can get the best views and all of that, and you'll probably do that in relative solitude. So that would be nice, wouldn't it? So that's my second tip. Go for a hike, go get away from the crowds and take a picnic of gourmet food. The next thing that I wanted to mention is discover the local history and culture. As I mentioned, people have been coming to Capri for centuries, in fact, and in fact, the Romans came there, and so there are many Roman ruins there. The most famous is the Villa Jovis, where you can go and explore, and there's some stunning views from up there. And there's also art galleries at the Villa San Michele, full of antiquities and beautiful artworks from a lot of the artists that have come to Capri over the years. And there's also a beautiful church there, the Church of San Michele, where there's some stunning mosaics that you can see. So Capri isn't just about the nature, it's also about the history and the culture. And if you get away from the main sort of areas, then that's what you're going to find. You're going to find this rich, beautiful history and culture, plus the stunning views. And what more can you want than that? The, the next suggestion that I have is you can hang out at a beach club. So, I mean, look at these stunning views of these beaches, and I can't wait to do that. We're heading off there soon, and this is one of our special days that we've got planned. It's just hanging out at the beach, just going to swim in the sea, and you can book yourself into a beach club for a few hours and just hang out and look at that beautiful scene and swim in that sea. Or if you don't want to swim, you just go lounge and get someone to bring you a wine or a cappuccino or something else. It just sounds pretty perfect to me. And when you get hungry, the next thing I should mention is that you can discover the local dishes. Look at that, spaghetti vongole. That's my favorite. I love it. And it's my husband's favorite too. It's just those sweet little clams and spaghetti and parsley. And it's so simple and it's so, so delicious. So this is one of the best things to do is eat, because there's some amazing produce on Capri. And well, I mentioned our friends before from Michelangelo Capri, and they've got some amazing experiences that you can do when you're on Capri. They've got the picnics, you can do a cooking class, you can do a cheese and wine tasting, you know. So if you're only there for the day, you can plan that into your agenda, or if you're staying a little bit longer, then that's definitely something that will make your trip extra special. But yeah, like I mentioned before, if you're coming for the day, or even if you're coming for a bit longer, please make some reservations before you come if you want to eat somewhere special, because it gets pretty busy, especially during the peak summer seasons of July and August. So there are 5 ways that you can really have a great time on Capri. And I just wanted to give you one extra bonus way, because I'm all about bonuses. And that's to stay for the sunsets. I mentioned at the start that most people come to Capri for the day. So 90% of visitors. And, you know, that's really how I've experienced the island. But you know what? I can't wait. This very soon we're going and we're going to be staying on Capri. And I just can't wait to see those sunsets. And apart from that, you know, I think by 6 o'clock, most of the visitors have gone. So you've got the island to yourself for a few hours. And, you know, what could be better than to soak up that beautiful atmosphere? I think, you know, there is a misconception that it's very expensive to stay on Capri. And yes, you can get some of the most luxurious accommodation in the entire world. But you can also find bed and breakfast, Airbnbs, and small family run hotels. And you'd be surprised, actually. So I've just been recently planning a trip of my own, and it's not the most expensive of our accommodation, I have to say. And we've got a really lovely little hotel with a pool and lovely views in Anna Capri, and I'm so excited to get there. So that's the bonus. Definitely stay if you can overnight. And it's a bit of a travel hack, actually, because if you stay, you can do the reverse of all the people coming from Positano or Sorrento and head over to the mainland while they're visiting Capri. So you've got the best of both worlds. You've got the island at night, and then you can quickly zip over to the Amalfi Coast during the day. So hopefully some people get the idea that they can stay on Capri, because we wouldn't want people to think that it's not an option, because it really, really is. And it's the best way to see the island. Okay, so after we stay, we've also got another way to do that. We have just started our small group tours, and we have included Capri on our Mermaid Coast itinerary. And so, on our tour, we're going to be visiting Cilento, which is the southern cousin of the Amalfi Coast, which is absolutely gorgeous too. And we're also discovering the untold Capri. And this is the beautiful Capri Island that most day trippers never see. And it's including dancing, singing, food, cooking classes, all of those things. So if you'd like to know more, pop on over to our website at tours.untolditaly.com/mermaid coast, and you can find the full itinerary there. And it's just full of amazing treats and just beautiful experiences that you'll treasure forever. So I'm just going to check if there's any comments. Here we go. I have got some good questions here. Alrighty. Someone says, woot woot Capri. Yeah, I love that. Oh, woot woot Cilento. I think I know who said that. But Cilento is amazing. Okay. And now someone else said, do you have to pop this on? Do you have to pre-book beach clubs at Capri and or Positano in July? Yes, do. Otherwise, you're going to be disappointed. Pre-book your beach clubs. Absolutely do that. Most of them are pretty savvy now. They've got websites and stuff that is working. But yeah, if you do need to either email or get on the phone or WhatsApp them. WhatsApp is a great tip to use. Okay, so thank you for that question. Okay, and then another question. Do you recommend that we reserve the small boat in advance, or when you get there, you'll be going in early June? Well, look, honestly, I think it's going to be busy this year. I think if you can reserve it, then yes, do that. And it's you're going to at least be able to relax, because you don't want to get there and go, oh, I don't have the boat. But always have a plan B, I would say, in case, in any situation. I've got plan B and plan C happening in my trip at the moment. So just in case anything goes wrong. Okie dokie. Well, I think that is all of the questions we have related to Capri. So what I'm going to do is sign off, and I'm going to put some more information into this post so that you've got the information all about Capri, and hopefully you have a beautiful, magical time there, just like I did. I just loved it so much, and I just cannot wait to get back. And yeah, I hope you do the same and report back and post in our group with all your beautiful photos, because we love seeing them. Okay, ciao for now.